So, Week 14 NFL predictions. Every pick for every game. Let's go.
We'll start with this horrendous game tonight. The Patriots at the Steelers.
Oof.
I will not watch this football game. I just won't do it. I just refuse to watch Mitch Trubisky and Bailey Zappi or Bailey Zappi Jr. try to play quarterback. I just can't do it. I don't want to see it. If I had to pick somebody, I'm going to go with the Steelers because they're at home. They're wearing the color rush uniforms. Crowd will be jazzed up. I'll take the Steelers by a field goal. It's going to be the worst game. I think it's going to be like a 9-7 game. I'm going to go Steelers don't score a touchdown, 3 field goals. Patriots score 1 touchdown, nothing else. I think the Steelers win on a last-minute field goal. It's going to be 9-7.
Yeah, there's nothing really to look forward to here. I'm going to have it on as background noise, if anything. It's just, this is one of the most boring games that you could possibly throw together here. I mean, it was so boring already that when they were hyping it up last Thursday, it was T.J. Watt
and Bill Belichick.
And Bill Belichick is like the matchup picture that they made on that graphic. That's how you know it's going to be bad.
Well, because who are you going to put up for the Patriots?
Yeah, if they're using a coach, though,
do they have a top 200 player on their entire roster? Think about 200 people. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
I don't think they have a top 200 player on their roster.
There's got to be somebody.
I don't think they have a top 300 player on their roster.
There's got to be somebody.
I'm waiting.
I don't know who it is, though.
Christian Gonzalez, the rookie corner, but he's hurt.
I mean, this game is so...
Matthew Judon, maybe? But I think he's been banged up, too.
Is devoid of talent.
It's terrible. All right, let's go with Detroit at the Chicago Bears. I think Detroit's a better team.
Yeah.
I like Jared Goff will take the better quarterback. I do worry about it being a little bit cold, but they actually run the football really well with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, so I'll take the Lions to win by a touchdown.
I like the Lions. I think I don't like the Bears at all, and I don't like to pick it to be close, especially when...
It's a divisional game, though.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Like, these two teams in division matched up against each other. I think it's going to be a little chippy, a little close, but, yeah, the Lions win in the end.
Panthers at the Saints. Panthers are, again, devoid of talent. I've never seen a worse coach team in football. I know I didn't agree with the firing of Frank Reich, and I think it even shows you they were significantly worse coached this past week than they have been the previous 11 weeks with Frank Reich.
Yeah.
I mean, this team is devoid of hope. Bryce Young's awful. The coaching staff is awful. Offensive line is horrendous. No talent on the outside. Saints are a much better football team. They'll win comfortably.
I like that.
Rams at the Ravens. I love the Ravens here. Mm-hmm. Think about teams that come over from the NFC. They just get... But if you don't play Lamar frequently, how do you prepare for him?
You don't.
You just don't. Who do the Rams have? Stetson Bennett? Is he on the practice squad? Is he who do you have simulating Lamar Jackson in practice?
You can't do it.
Duck Hodges, John Wolford. Who are you
to properly simulate Lamar? The only thing that you could possibly do, those like rolling, like tackling dummies that like move on their own. You do that. You crank the speed to as fast as that son of a bitch goes.
Could you imagine
you let that thing spin around in circles back there?
I don't even know what you would. I don't even know how you simulate Lamar. I think the Ravens win by a ton.
Yeah, I love it.
Jags traveling to Cleveland, most likely without Trevor Lawrence. Still questionable, but leaning towards doubtful. I'm going to go ahead and take the Browns. And there's an argument I'd take the Browns even with Trevor Lawrence playing for the Jags. I think the defense is really good. They come back home, cold, windy, right? A warm weather team coming up to the cold, windy north. I'll take the Browns. I think it is going to be close, but I'll lean Browns slightly because Joe Flacco probably won't make a ton of mistakes.
Yeah, you came over to my side there for sure. I know this was one that we were kind of going back and forth on a little bit. But the Browns here, it's the play. And even Trevor Lawrence starting against that pass rush, against that defense, while he's not fully ready to go, fully 100% to get ugly, and just that defense in general. We've been saying it all year. Is there anything, after seeing the Jags in person, is there anything that makes you look at them and go,
they don't
that's a really special
me.
team?
Yeah, they don't impress. They're good. They don't blow me away.
No.
Yeah. Buccaneers at the Falcons. I'll take the Falcons. They're the home team. They run the football more effectively. It's a coin flip on quarterback. I don't really care. I don't feel strongly one way or the other. I think Baker's slightly better, but I think the coaching staff in Atlanta's a lot better. So I'll go ahead and lean Atlanta. Coaching staff, run game. I think the front seven is a little bit better. So
yeah,
I don't feel great about it, but
I'm going Atlanta too.
Yeah,
it's bad when we're both picking Atlanta
because we don't like to bet Atlanta. We try to not bet Atlanta.
No,
we frequently bet against Atlanta.
I stay away from them at all costs.
Yeah, right.
But when they're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have just been an absolute...
They started.
Let's be honest. They've been a shit show.
They started 3-1. They've gone 2-6 the rest of the way. I mean, they're not good. They're not good. Texans at the Jets. There's an argument that this could be a 4-touchdown game.
Yeah.
Who's scoring points? I mean, D'Amico Ryans is a really good head coach. Like, that defense is playing really well in Houston. So I don't know. It doesn't matter who's starting at quarterback. I think the Jets are screwed. I'll take the Texans.
Yeah, I'm taking Texans here, too. The better offense, better defense.
One thing I'm noticing, there's a lot of really low over-unders this week. 30 in that Thursday night game. 37 in the Saints-Panthers. 31 in the Jags-Browns. 33 in the Texans-Jets. Like, there's a lot of low over-underers.
Yeah, a lot of bad matchups this week. I don't like this week.
A lot of, like, bad quarterback play is what it is. I don't mind seeing it, though. It's kind of fun sometimes. You know, I'm not going to watch if it's two bad quarterbacks, but whatever. Yeah. Colts at the Bengals. This is a coin flip. We're going to be split on this. You like the Colts, which I don't hate because I think Gardner Minshew is slightly better. But I think Jake Browning is a very viable quarterback. He actually, I know he's not Joe Burrow, but that's who you would want as your backup to Joe Burrow. They play very similar. Not special arms, but very good enough. Good accuracy. Can move a little bit, although they're not mobile. Calm, collected. They run a good offense. They're precise. They're on time. Yeah. I think Jake Browning's got a little bit of it. He only had 5 incompletions in prime time on the road.
Yeah, 32 for 37. He looked good.
That's a legit defense. Like, they're not great, but they're a viable defense. They're a middle of the pack defense, and he played really well. So I'll go ahead and go with the home Bengals with Jake Browning. Again, I could see it in the other way around as well.
I'm taking the Colts, and this is probably my least favorite pick of the week. I don't feel great because, I was impressed by Jake Browning. 32 for 37 for over 350 yards, a touchdown through the air, and adding one with his legs on the ground. So he's very competent. And the thing that I like about Cincinnati, I know I'm not picking them, but it has to be said, when you can rely on a backup quarterback like that, because he wasn't just like there to like make the easy throws. Like, he made a lot of really nice throws, and they relied on. He dropped back 37 times.
Yeah,
37 times.
You can see the difference between well-run organization. Look at the Jets with a backup quarterback. They are an abject disaster. Mm-hmm. Look at Cincinnati's winning games against playoff teams on the road in prime time.
Credit to Zach Taylor.
That's Zach Taylor, the front office, everybody. Yeah. Everybody involved. Seattle at San Francisco. We're both going to go and take San Francisco. I think they're a better team, although I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think it might be.
Yes. 100% it will be.
It's a divisional game. Those are always close. Pete Carroll plays Kyle Shanahan really tough.
Well, we just saw the Seattle Seahawks play pretty damn good on Thursday night.
They looked really... Did you expect them to put up 35 or whatever they put up?
Against that Dallas defense?
That's a lot of points, yeah. DK looked good. Geno could throw the ball around.
At points, they look like a very, very, very solid, well-put-together team. And I think there's not enough to beat the 49ers, but it's enough to keep it close.
Yeah, I think they turned a little bit of a corner offensively. They've been struggling for a couple weeks. They turned a little bit of a corner there.
Yeah.
Vikings at the Raiders split here. I'll go with the Vikings. I think I'm getting the better offensive coach and a better quarterback with Josh Dobbs. I just don't trust the interim head coach and Aiden O'Connell, a rookie. So I'll go ahead and take, because Brian Flores loves to bring pressure, defensive coordinator for the Vikings. So I'll take the better coach, better quarterback combo.
Yeah. This one worries me a little bit.
You're going with the Raiders?
Yeah.
At home, is that what your play is?
Yeah.
At home, tougher defense. I'll give you that.
Plus, I like the pass rush.
You like the interim head coach,
This is one of the games where we saw Josh Dobbs defecate all over himself. 2 weeks ago?
That is true. Yeah. So we did see that. That was against what, the Bears? Yeah.
I'm just not sure what to expect.
That's a valid point.
I'll take the Raiders though.
All right, fair enough. I was thinking Raiders, but I'm going to go with the Vikings. Bills at the Chiefs. You're going to go ahead and take the home Chiefs. I am going with the dog on the road, the Buffalo Bills. Show me what category the Chiefs are better in.
Defense.
Depending on what stat category. It's close on defense. Buffalo's a real team. I know they're 6-6. I know they've lost a couple games. I know situationally they can drive you nuts. That's a good football team. I think they beat the Chiefs by a touchdown.
Okay.
I'm calling it. I think it's a good game. I think the Bills win by a touchdown.
All right.
Why do you like the Chiefs? Mahomes at home? Better coach?
We've said it 100 times this season. If the biggest problem for Kansas City is Mahomes and his receivers connection, I think they're in an okay spot. Their defense is playing well, which is shocking. We didn't think they'd be a top-of-the-league type defense, and they kind of are. They're top half, I'll give them that. So, I don't know. I think there's enough here, and this matchup usually goes one-sided, and usually the Chiefs come out the winner.
I saw Jordan Love hang 27 on him. That's all I'm saying. I think Josh is going to hang 35 on him. I like it 35-24, 11-point game.
Okay.
Buffalo wins. Broncos at the Chargers. I'm going to take the Broncos. I think they're a better running football team, and we know that the Chargers have trouble stopping the run. They'll get after the passer. So if they get up and now you're playing from behind, I don't love this pick as much, but I think the Broncos are going to run the football, ball control, and gash the Chargers up the middle. I'll take the Broncos to win by field goal.
That's fair. Yeah, I like the Chargers. I think that there's enough potential there with Justin Herbert.
Yeah, 6 whole points, I'll tell you what.
And I don't it worries me and it concerns me, okay? And I don't like Brandon Staley, and it hurts, and it makes me very, very uneasy to take Brandon Staley's Chargers here. But at the same time, I don't feel great about... I just watched the Texans undress
Russ.
the Denver Broncos.
I don't trust Russ either. I think they're going to have to run the football. If they don't run the football, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
But I'm just praying Sean has them running the football. Eagles at the Cowboys. I'm going to go and take the home Cowboys. I mean, the line's moved from 2.5 all the way up to 3.5, so people are betting on the boys, and I'm going to bet on the boys here. Eagles have just been playing with fire too much, and I think coming off so many tough, emotional games. I mean, look at the record after you play the Niners. Over the last 50 games, teams are 48-2. Or I'm sorry, 2-48 after playing the Niners. They are physical. They beat you up. That's 4 straight physical, tough games for the Eagles. I take the Cowboys here.
I'm taking the Eagles.
And more rest for the Cowboys. Side note, throwing that out there.
Okay, I'm taking the Eagles just based on the fact, great team, embarrassed. Thoroughly embarrassed.
Yeah.
They're going to play with a fire under their ass this week. I like the Eagles. I like Jalen Hurts. I like their weapons. I love A.J. Brown. I love Devonta Smith. I love their offensive line. The Eagles, I feel like they're going to be on the bounce back this week.
Fair enough. We'll see. Packers at the Giants, both going to take the Packers. I don't trust Tommy DeVito, whatever his name is, not trusting it. I'll take Jordan Love and the Packers. And then finally, the Dolphins hosting the Titans. These are 2 Monday Night Football games, by the way. Yeah, go Dolphins. Yeah, much better team. Yeah. Dolphins against bad teams always play really well.
High-flying offense.
Yeah. Big time. All right, guys, that is the prediction. So we got our splits. I'll take the Bengals. You're taking the Colts. I'll take the Vikings. You're taking the Raiders. Give me the Bills. You got the Chiefs. I'll take Broncos. You got the Chargers. And I will take the Cowboys. You're taking the Eagles.
All right. Fair enough. That's Week 14 predictions. Should be pretty good slate of I guess, splits there. I'm not going to say good slate of games. Because
I think the 5 splits are really good games. I think a lot of the other games are unwatchable.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
This Thursday night game is going to be painful.
It's going to be...
Again, like you said, I'll have it on as background noise. Not sure I feel good about it. We do have a bet on